Okay, now join all of you. Still half an hour time is there. 35 minutes time is there. All of you join. All of you join. So far only 29 students joined. Okay, now all of you join now. Only 35 students joined so far. We'll complete the fin efficiency and fin effectiveness today. We'll go for the unstudied state heat conduction tomorrow or in the next class. All of you join now. Sorry for the inconvenience caused to you. Disturbance caused to you because of miscommunication from the authorities. Okay, don't worry for that. Okay, all of you join now. All of you join. Okay, so far we have completed fins, long fin, insulated fin, and finally in the last class, short fin. And for each and every fin, we have derived equation. We have derived equation for temperature distribution and temperature distribution and heat transfer rate equations were derived for all the three cases. Today we'll discuss efficiency and effectiveness of the fin. All of you join now. I will complete this efficiency and effectiveness today. We'll go for in the next class, next topic. Efficiency and effectiveness. So efficiency, how do you calculate fin efficiency? So fin efficiency is the ratio of heat transfer rate through the fin divided by what will be the maximum heat transfer rate if the entire fin is at base temperature. If the entire fin is at base temperature, entire fin surface or entire fin area is at base temperature. So fin efficiency is the ratio of Q fin to Q maximum. All of you listen very carefully. The efficiency of fin is defined as the ratio of actual heat transferred by the fin to the maximum heat transferable to the maximum heat transferable by fin if the entire fin area were at the base temperature. Okay na? Now so all of you listen carefully. Fin efficiency, how do you calculate? It is the ratio of heat transfer through the fin, given fin, by maximum heat transfer by the fin if the entire fin area is at the base temperature. Entire surface of the fin is at base temperature. So efficiency of the fin for infinite long fin, for a fin which is infinite long, for lengthy fin, so how do you calculate fin efficiency? So for long fin, heat transfer rate, how do you calculate? Efficiency of the fin is equal to Q fin by Q max. Efficiency of the fin, how do you calculate for lengthy fin? Root HP Ka into T naught minus T free stream. Divided by, if the entire fin surface area is at the base temperature, now what will be the maximum heat transfer rate? That is the convective heat transfer rate. So H into surface area, perimeter into length, HPL, perimeter into length of the fin into T naught minus T free stream. The entire fin surface is at a base temperature of T naught. All of you listen very carefully. You will be getting these definitions. What is fin efficiency? What is fin effectiveness? In your final exam for 7 marks or for 2 marks. So fin, the efficiency of the fin can be calculated by using the formula heat transfer rate through the fin divided by maximum heat transfer if the entire fin surface area is at a base temperature. So that is equal to, so HPK, root HPK into T naught T free stream divided by the entire fin surface area is at base temperature means at x is equal to 0, at x is equal to x1, x2, x3, x4, at x is equal to L. The surface temperature T naught. That's why convective heat transfer rate you have to take Q max for this. So convective transfer rate HA delta T, H into surface area, perimeter into length of the fin, perimeter into length of the fin. So HPL and T naught by T free stream. So if you simplify that one, HP by Ka divided by HP. So that H root Ka by HP, and within the root of 1 by L square, that is 1 by L. That's why you simplify this one. Efficiency of the fin, that is for long fin only. Long fin, the heat transfer rate is root HP Ka to T naught T free stream. So you simplify this one. So efficiency of the fin is equal to square root of Ka by HP L square. K, thermal conductor fin material. A, cross sectional area. H, convective heat transfer coefficient. And P is perimeter. L is the length of the fin. But what is M? Root HP by Ka. So root of Ka by HP, that is 1 by M. So square root of 1 by L square, that is 1 by L. That's why efficiency of the fin, that is infinitely long. For a fin which is infinitely long, for lengthy fin, efficiency of the pin is equal to 1 by ml, where m, how do you calculate m? Square root of hp by ka. L is the length of the pin. Next, for insulated pin, how do you calculate for a pin which is insulated at the tip? How do you calculate efficiency of the pin? So heat transfer rate for the insulated pin or insulated at the tip, root HPKA into T naught by T free stream into T naught T free stream tan HML divided by HPL into T naught minus T free stream. This is same for all the three cases. HPL into T naught, because this is the maximum heat transfer rate if the pin surface area is entirely at the base temperature T naught. Then you have to convert heat transfer rate HA delta T. That is maximum heat transfer rate if the pin surface area is entirely at the base temperature T naught. So for insulated pin, insulated at the tip, efficiency of pin is equal to heat transfer rate through the pin root HPKA into T naught by T free stream into tan HML divided by HPL T naught by T free stream. So efficiency of the pin is equal to tan HML by ML. Here tan H, so T naught minus T free stream, T naught by T free get cancelled. So this is tan HML and root HPKA divided by HPL. So from this one, this is root HPL 1 by ML. That's why the tan HML divided into 1 by ML. So efficiency of the pin. The pin is insulated. If the pin is insulated at the tip, so efficiency of pin is tan HML by ML, where ML is equal to root HPKA, M, L into L, this is L only. That is equal to root H perimeter for rectangular pin. How do you calculate perimeter? 2B plus 2T divided by K into cross section area B into T into length of the pin. Length of the pin. Now, if the pin is sufficiently wide, then the 2B will be large compared to 2T. If the B is very large compared to 2T, that's why here 2T can be neglected and ML is equal to square root of, if we neglect 2T, then that is H into 2B into, that is 2 into HB. H into 2B, that is, okay, 2 into HB, square root of 2 into HB divided by KBT into L, that is equal to square root of, so this BB get cancelled, square root of 2H divided by KT into L. So this can be written as square root of 2H divided by KT into L to the power 3 by 2. So square root 1 by L, square root of 1 by L, that is 1 by L to the power of minus okay, if you take this one, so to the top, square root of L to the power of minus 1. Okay, na? That is square root of L to the power of minus 1 by 2. If you take L top, square root of, that is, we remove the square root, that is L to the power minus 1 by 2. So L to the power minus 1 by 2 into L to the power 3 by 2. Again, that is same method of L. That's why just for analysis purpose, we are changing like this. That's all. Nothing is there. So this is equal to ML is equal to square root of 2H by K into length into thickness. Length of the pin into thickness. That is AP. Profile area of the pin into L to the power 3 by 2 into L to the power 3 by 2. Nothing is there here. Where ML is writing like this: square root of 2H by K into AP into L into L to the power into L to the power 3 by 2. That's all. We are manipulating mathematical expression changing. That's all. Why you are changing? Because what is profile area of the pin? So thickness, where length of the pin into thickness of the pin. If the length of the pin, the product of length of the pin and thickness of the pin is known as profile area of the pin. Profile area of the pin. Okay, na? So the efficiency of, sometimes here clear, So efficiency of the infinite long pin 1 by ml. Efficiency of the insulated the tip 10 ml by ml. You can calculate efficiency of the short pin also by using the formula Q pin by Q max. But here we have taken the profile area of the pin, that is length of the pin into thickness of the pin, that is profile area of the pin. The efficiency of a real rectangular pin which is wide and thin can be calculated by replacing by a corrected length LC. So sometimes the length of the pin may not give the accurate heat transfer rate or accurate temperature distribution. Sometimes so you require corrected length LC to be calculated. Corrected length. What is corrected length in the case of pins? LC. Corrected length is L, length of the pin plus thickness by 2. So corrected length LC is equal to length of the pin plus thickness by 2, T by 2, L plus T by 2, where L is the length of the pin, T is the thickness. So corrected length, sometimes corrected length is required for heat transfer analysis of the pins. So L size corrected length LC is equal to corrected length LC is equal to L plus T by 2. And the efficiency of a pin, why you have to calculate the efficiency of the pin? It forms a criteria for judging the relative merits of pins of different geometries or materials. This is materials, judging materials. Efficiency of pin, why you have to calculate efficiency of pin? So if to judge criteria for judging the what are the merits, relative merits of that rectangular pin or triangular pin, different geometries. There may be different geometrical pins, geometries. That is one is rectangular pin, other one is triangular pin, other one is circular pin. On different materials also, what are the materials that are using to manufacture pins, whether it is copper or silver or aluminum. So to have the comparison of merits or judging the relative merits of different geometries and materials of the pins, you have to calculate efficiency of the pin. So that's about efficiency. So efficiency of the long pin, that is 1 by ml by using the formula. Efficiency of the insulated pin 10 ml by ml. And corrected length L plus thickness by 2. Like that, efficiency of the third pin, that is short pin, also can calculate by using the formula. Now, that's about what is efficiency of the pin. What is the effectiveness of pin? Effectiveness. So efficiency of the pin, Q pin divided by Q max. But effectiveness pin is the ratio of the pin heat transfer rate to the heat transfer rate without pin, to the heat transfer rate that would exist without a pin. So effectiveness of the pin is the ratio of heat transfer rate with the pin divided by heat transfer rate without pin. If there is no pin, what is the heat transfer rate? If there is a pin, what is the heat transfer rate? So how do you calculate effectiveness of the pin? How do you calculate effectiveness of the pin? Heat transfer rate with the pin divided by heat transfer rate without pin. Q pin divided by Q heat transfer rate without pin. Effectiveness is the ratio of heat transfer rate through the pin divided by heat transfer rate without pin. That is equal to, for a long pin, how do you calculate heat transfer rate? For a long pin, how do you calculate heat transfer rate? Root HPKA into T naught minus T free stream divided by, if there is no pin, on the, for example, cylinder head, on the cylinder of IC engine, if there is no pin, if you remove the pin, and how do you calculate heat transfer rate? If there is no pin, by that is cross section, that is convective heat transfer. That heat is given to the outside environment. That is convective transfer rate. Here also in the denominator convective heat transfer rate only, but here not surface area, because there is no pin here. That's why There is no question of fin having the area of entire surface area is at base temperature, but the temperature at the cross section, if cross sectional area, if there is a fin, there is a cross section area. If there is no fin, what is this equal to the cross section area? That's why here without fin, how do we calculate transfer rate? HA, that is here cross section area only, A, HA into T naught minus T free stream. That is the difference between efficiency and effectiveness. In the denominator, while calculating this Q without fin, here area, cross section area to be taken in the calculation of effectiveness. But whereas in the efficiency calculation, you have to get HPL, perimeter and length to be taken, that is surface area, because fin is available there in the efficiency. But here effectiveness, there is no fin. That's why H into cross section area, by assuming sufficient cross section of the some fin cross section of some, by assuming some area. So HA into T naught minus T free stream. So T naught minus T free stream get cancelled. Root HPK divided by HA, then that becomes PK by square root of effectiveness of the fin is equal to square root of PK by HA. This is for in the case of infinitely long fin. For infinitely long fin effectiveness. For infinitely long fin effectiveness is equal to square root of PK by HA. In the case of infinitely long fin, this is for long fin. For a straight rectangle fin, so similarly can calculate effectiveness for the that second case, insulated fin effectiveness for the third case, short fin. So for long fin, effectiveness is equal to square root of PK by HA. For a straight rectangular fin of thickness T and width B, PA here, P by A is the cross sectional area. P by A cross section area is equal to 2 into B plus T divided by B into T. Okay, na? If generally thickness is very small, if thickness is very small and compared to B, that is 2B by B into T, BB get cancelled, approximately equal to perimeter by cross section area. Perimeter by cross section area 2 by T. So therefore effectiveness for the long fin square root of P into, so sorry, P by A is 2 by T. P by A is 2 by T into K by H. This one, effectiveness of the fin is equal to square root of PK by HA. That is effectiveness fin is equal to square root of P by A 2 by T into K by P by A 2 by T into K by H. That is square root of 2K by HT. Square root of 2K by HT. Okay, na? Relation between fin efficiency and fin effectiveness. Relation between fin efficiency and effectiveness. In the case of fin insulated at the tip, so efficiency of the fin is equal to for second case, efficiency of the fin is equal to square root of HPKA into T naught by T free stream into tan HML divided by HPL into T naught by T free stream. That is equation number 1. In the case of fin insulated at the tip, efficiency of the fin is equal to square root of HPKA into T naught by T free stream into tan HML divided by HPL into T naught by T free stream. But effectiveness, how do you calculate? For the insulated fin, square root of HPKA T naught by T free stream into tan HML divided by H into cross section area, A cross section, H into cross section area into T naught by T free stream. So dividing the equation 2 by 1, we have efficiency, effectiveness, dividing the equation 2 by 1. So effectiveness by efficiency is equal to, if you simplify this one, so this get cancelled and this get cancelled, CH get cancelled. Finally, PL by A, cross sectional area. Effectiveness of the pin divided by efficiency of the pin is equal to PL by A. Or effectiveness of the pin, from this, effectiveness of the pin is equal to efficiency of the pin into PL by A. Effectiveness of the pin is equal to efficiency of the pin into PL by A. That is, effectiveness of the pin is equal to efficiency of the pin into what is PL? Perimeter into length of the pin. What is PL? Perimeter into length of the pin divided by area, divided by area, that is efficiency of the pin into surface area of the pin divided by cross sectional area of the pin. Surface area of the pin divided by cross sectional area of the pin. So efficiency of the pin is equal, sorry, effectiveness of the pin. Effectiveness of the pin is equal to efficiency of the pin into surface area of the pin divided by cross sectional area of the pin. Cross sectional area of the pin. Okay na? Any doubt? It's very, very important. Effectiveness of the pin is equal to efficiency of the pin into surface area of the pin divided by cross sectional area of the pin. So it is evident from the above equation that there is, above equations, there is the increase in the pin effectiveness can be obtained. So we can increase the pin effectiveness by increasing the length of the pin. But at the same time, if you go on here, if you go on increasing the length of the pin, what about efficiency? Efficiency decreases. So if you increasing the length of the pin, effectiveness of the pin increases. But at the same time, efficiency of the pin, because in the denominator length is there, so divided by HPL, so efficiency decreases. That's why it is evident from the above equation, the increase in effectiveness can be obtained. Effectiveness of the pin, increase in pin effectiveness can be obtained by increasing the length of the pin here, PL by A. If you increase the length of the pin, effectiveness can be increased. But at the same time, the efficiency of the pin decreases, because efficiency, how do you calculate for insulated pin? So root HPK into T naught by T plus 2 into tan HML divided by HPL into T naught by T plus 2. So here length in the denominator. That's why if you go on increasing the length of the pin, efficiency decreases, but at the same time, effectiveness increases. That's why there's a relation between effectiveness of the pin and efficiency of the pin. If you go on increasing the length of the pin, effectiveness of the pin increases, but at the same time, efficiency of the pin decreases. That is very, very important. Efficiency of the pin decreases. So that is the relationship between efficiency and effectiveness. Okay na? Any doubt? So because second hour is there now for you. So today some disturbance. Anyhow, we'll see the tomorrow repeat complete and problems you have to solve on this. Okay, don't worry. Okay, because you're on second hour, that's why I'm stopping now. I'm stopping. So any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, now today we discussed about what is the efficiency of the pin, what is effectiveness, what is the relation between efficiency of the pin and effectiveness of the pin. Okay, right. So that's all for today. I am stopping. Any doubt? So if there are no doubts, I am stopping.